Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At cprfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at cprfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
I used to work almost 14 hours a day. Every day he was sending me money for lunch.
Every day is like when you go to work?
Exactly. Every day when I go to work.
But did you not feel creepy? Wait, of course he was giving you money all the time. But did you knew that he could actually afford you to such extent?
I never really let my mom see that I was dating someone who was giving me money, whatever. Fortunately, I was like, okay, fine. I don't feel like it's gonna work for me in the office because I see there's money, like a lot of money, and it's not mine.
Did you feel like you were gonna end up giving it?
I did a little bit.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. A key location in the history of the transatlantic slave trade and the story of our foundational Black American ancestors. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. We'll visit historic sites like Elmina Castle and Cape Coast, where you'll see with your own eyes what our ancestors endured. You'll also experience modern Ghana, the culture, the people, the food, and the history they carry, giving you a broader understanding of how our story intersects with theirs. If you've ever wanted to deepen your understanding of our history, this is your opportunity. There are 25 spots available, and once those spots are gone, that's it. So don't wait. Secure your spot today by paying a deposit and be part of this unforgettable journey. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us? Unfiltered, unapologetic, telling our stories from Africa and the diaspora. The African Diaspora News Channel app keeps you informed and empowered from wherever you are at any time. Don't just watch, join the movement. Download the app now and stay connected to the news that matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream today. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you always come back and check over here. You can't depend on YouTube to give you a notification. YouTube been acting real funny style over here since around May 14th. Things aren't going as normal. You know, it's kind of frustrating. You know, a lot of the team, they put in a lot of hard work and they see these things happen. And I was trying to tell them that, just so y'all know, you know, this is just like some free game with this stuff. That's why you have to diversify what you do, because you have just the crazy part. You have one channel doing one thing, you can have another channel doing another, and it's never even. It's never even. So that's why I've always tried to get ahead of things, do different, like for instance, the app, right? The app. Why do we have the app? Because you don't know what these platforms will do to you. You better have something like an app, right? Well, with the people that truly gonna rock with you and truly gonna support you, do that, right? And speaking about the app, you know, take advantage of the last sale of the year that we have, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of June. Take advantage of this only for the annual plan, ladies and gentlemen. The annual plan, you can get 19% off as we celebrate June 19th, Juneteenth this month. So you can get 19% off the annual plan only, When you select annual, when you get to the checkout, they ask for a promo code. Put in the promo code FREEDOM, and you will get 19% off the annual plan. Lock yourself into those plans this year, ladies and gentlemen, because they are going to slightly go up starting January 1, 2026. But if we did not have the app, you know, it's a whole lot of things I wouldn't be doing or couldn't be doing. So the app is always a good thing. You know, us trying to create different shows. And so a lot of that has been a big help. And everybody who is on our app, I greatly appreciate that. The people that, you know, like I said, went on the Ethiopia trip, we greatly appreciate you coming on the Ethiopia trip. It was great to meet a lot of you. We have the Ghana trip for November. And it's been a weird year so far. I think ever since May has been just kind of weird. You know, I don't know what the shift is with people in this country. They're just having this weird shift right now. I don't know if y'all paying attention to it. But don't let Donald Trump and them get you off your square. Do what you're gonna do. But Donald Trump gonna be there for so long. It's not, you know, all these other groups, they're having issues and problems. But look, when we was having the same issues and problems, nobody cared about us. Nobody cared. So I just say take the posture of everybody else that like they took the posture with us, right? All right. So, you know, make sure, like I say, it's $199 down deposit. And, you know, go ahead and come on with us. There'll be some payments, you know, to do that. But come on out here with the brothers and sisters. You can come for a week and head on back to the U.S. You'll be here before the holiday season or whatever. If you participate in that, a lot of you say, I don't participate in that mess, Phil. I don't care about that. Cool. Well, come with us to Ghana then. And you can chop it up with your brothers and sisters over there. And with us, you know, it's coming from America. So shout out to all the people. I know it's like 16 spots left. So secure your spot now. Don't wait till the last minute. You know, please don't. Don't wait till the last day before and try. I never understood that last minute stuff. I just never understood that with people. Just secure your spot and then you can do your thing. There was something else I was going to tell y'all, but I was going to go. You know how you're saying a lot of things, and then all of a sudden it's like, boy, what I was going to say? Because, boy, today, y'all, I was fighting. Oh, I was fighting. I had got so sleepy around 2 o'clock, and I still had to get back up and go to the gym with my and everything with my little girl, because I went 5-something this morning, then I went again with her. So maybe it's catching up with me this week. Maybe it's catching up with me a little bit. You say ICE is in Charlotte. All right, shout out to Charlotte. ICE doing what they got to do, right? But tonight we're going to talk about the Democrats. We're going to talk about them. Oh, also, if you haven't had a chance, make sure to check out our new network, the AfroWire AI platform. It is our new AI network. Yes, all the presenters there are AI, but all the everything they're saying is coming from human beings, okay? So it's being guided by human beings. I'm one of the human beings. I'm the main human being, and then we got 2 others, right? So it's like myself and Brother Stanley and Sister Kim. Us 3 is really working on that project right now. So understand that AfroWire AI is my brainchild, and I'm happy how it's coming across. I'm really liking how it's developing. I know some of you are like, oh, well, I don't know about that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't like all that. Like, look, people said the same thing when the cell phone came out. I don't know about the cell phones. I like my rotary phone. People said the same thing when the computer came out. Everything had, and one thing you learn, either you get with the tech or you get left behind. And I just say that I'm not going to be a black person, FBA in particular, that's going to be left behind. I'm going to get involved with it now. And that's what I'm doing. Some people may not like it. Most of the ideas I've ever had, most people don't like. But eventually they come on board. That's really like how it usually work with me. I'm just saying my history, right? It's dismissed, discounted, and later like, man, how long you been doing that? Well, I had an idea, right? So I had an idea. You said it sounds interesting as long as who you thought. Like, I'm not going to promote something that's not attached to me. No. If you hear me talking about a trip, I'm working with a company because we working with them. If you hear me talking about a platform, like a particular platform, AfroWire AI is my brainchild. I came up with that, and I have several ideas with that I haven't discussed yet. It's like endless possibilities. I ain't gonna lie with you. Human beings are limited. Very limited. I'm just going to be honest with you. But the AI is not limited. My Lord, it's not limited. And that's the exciting part for me. It's just not limited. It can do and say things that I didn't think. You know what I'm saying? As long as you learn it right. So, yeah, you got to get used to tech. That's just really what it is. I love technology, and we all should love it. So, And I was just kind of listening to some of the content, because I listened to it before it comes out, right? I'm like, wow, it's saying that, or little lines it's saying, or little things, like when it's cooking on different, because the different reporters have different personalities. Obviously, you see that, right? So Jerome was more that political savvy type of deal. Some things how he come, I say, wow, I like that. Because I don't know what the AI is gonna eventually say. Until I have it's just a certain way we do it, but I make sure it says what it needs to say, right? So check it out. All right. You can check it out. LaSherica, she'll be ready at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, that's that. Let's go ahead on get to talking about the Democrats here. Yeah, Great Black Shark get it. Shoot. And I haven't even went in on nobody yet, like as of yet, with the AI. I have not did that yet. I ain't went at a news personality. We ain't even cooked Boule Martin with the AI yet. Also, I'm just waiting for one of them Democrats to get out of line, and that way, I don't know, probably get LaSherica to cook one of them, because that's the one that's more blunt than out of all of them so far. All right, so the Democrats, they messing up again. The Democrats won't pay reparations to FBAs, but the Democrats have $20 million, y'all. They have 20, and make sure you share this because I'm looking right now the viewership behind here, and this week has been weird. I just know how much normally the live streams get out. Clearly, they're not being promoted. I've been hearing other creators saying the same thing. It's like every summertime they mess with something. I don't know what they do. All right, so let me go ahead on and get to this article here that we want to review. Let me go down here. Was out the New York Times. It says 6 months later, Democrats are still searching for a path forward. Okay, so here, what they're talking about, they had a focus group of swing voters, and they had noticed a few patterns. They said the researcher, and they said that Republicans they viewed them as apex predators like lions, tigers, and sharks, beasts. They'll take what they want when they want it. Democrats are typically tagged as tortoises, slugs, or sloths, slow, pottling, and passive. So the researcher perked up. And earlier this year, when a Democratic man in Georgia suggested the very different kind of animal symbolized her party was a deer in headlights, the man said, the man had more to say, you stand there and you see the car coming, but you're going to stand there and get hit anyway. And that's 6 months after President Trump swept the battleground states. Say the Democratic Party is still sifting through the wreckage. It says its standing has plunged to near new lows, startling new lows, 27% of approval in a recent NBC News poll, the weakest in surveys dating to 1990 after a defeat that felt like both a political and cultural rejection. So they said that communities that Democrats had come to count on for a generation or more, say, are young people, black voters, and Latinos. Let me stop right here and focus on something right here. Young people. Let me talk to white people for a minute. Y'all think I'm gonna get off the rails, but just hold on a minute. Legacy media, white America in general. Let me talk to you. Can y'all just stop talking in code already? Like, it's 2025. Stop. If you say women, just say white women. If you say young people, just say young white people. It's okay. It's okay. Because it doesn't make sense to say young people, then black voters, then Latinos. If it means young people, that means all people, correct? So we know how y'all do it. When y'all want to say racist things about us, you say we're DI hires. Just say we black. Just say you're hiring the blacks and they don't deserve the jobs. You say critical race theory. Just say black. You don't have to use all these acronyms. Stop being a coward. Hold on. I just thought about this.
When you run away, you're a coward. And that's a real cowardly act.
Yeah, y'all running away from your racism. We can use that. Thank you, President Ramaphosa. You can use that for everything. Fleeing, running away from your racism. Stop being a coward. Saying, oh, they're thugs. Just say what you want to say. You want to say the N-word? Just say whatever you want to say. Stop being a coward. I get so tired of those. Every year, it's a new word for black folk. Every year. Affirmative action, DEI, CRT, it's what else? I'm like, bruh, like just say black people and you're done with it. You know, women, well, we got to hire more women. Just say you need to hire more white women. Because you'll say women, then you'll say black people behind it. What do you mean women and black? No. Wouldn't black women be considered women? Why are women over here and then all these other groups is over here? Stop with that. Just say white. Just say whatever you're going to say, man. That is so annoying. I'm annoyed by that. Just say what you're going to say. If they come up with you talking about, oh, that's another DEI hire, just say, stop being a coward. Say what you're going to say. Tell them that, on X, they can be Klansmen over there, right? All right, cool. Let me get back. That just annoyed me. Anyway, they say they all veered toward the right in 2024, and some of them sharply. They say, and unlike Mr. Trump's win in 2016, his victory last year could not be waived. They say away as an outlier after he won the popular vote for the first time. Okay? So they say the stark reality is that the downward trend for Democrats stretched back further in a single election. the Republicans have been gaining ground in voter registration for years. Working class voters of every race have been steadily drifting toward the GOP, and Democrats are increasingly perceived as a party of college-educated elites, the defenders of political and economic system that most Americans feel is failing them. Okay? So they talked about, the Democrats Party image has been tarnished in this era. So let me get down here what I really want to get to here. They're talking about the gender gap. It was this one little part that I wanted to get to here. Where is that little part? Hold on. And they're talking about Jamie Harrison. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now here we go. Democratic donors and strategists have been gathering at luxury hotels, to discuss how to win back working class voters, commissioning new projects that can read like anthropological studies of people from faraway places. They say the prospectus for one new $20 million effort. The Democrats have got together, y'all, $20 million. They don't have no money for reparations, but they can get money together for their own studies, right? That's why I told y'all, the Democrats get on my last good nerve. They got $1 billion to spend with Kamala Harris, then turn around and go spend another $20 million. What are you doing with $20 million? What are you doing, bro? I don't need $20 million to do some freaking research. Hell, go pay ChatGPT $200 a month. Maybe you'll get a better research out of ChatGPT. Jesus. They say obtain from the Times, they aims to reverse the erosion of Democratic support among young men, especially online. It is codenamed SAM, short for Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, and promises investment to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces. Okay, let's say you learn the language and all the content. That's not going to mean somebody's going to vote for you. People can tell the difference when you're just repeating something versus if you believe it. And listen, that didn't cost $20 million to say. It recommends buying advertisements in video games and other things. Oh, yeah, that's the place to go put your Democrat propagandas in a video game. Boy, them gamers will go in on y'all. Above all, we must shift from a moralizing tone. It urges, Mr. Trump's diminished popularity since the election has some Democrats already salivating for the midterm elections. Republicans control the House narrowly with 220 to 212, with 3 vacancies in heavily Democratic seats. They say Trump's numbers, they're talking about that's getting worse. But they talking about the midterms down here and all of that. But my issue is this. You got $20 million right here to spend. Now let's talk about the Democrats, and let's get into breaking it down about black men for sure in particular. And I'm gonna talk about black men, but also I'm gonna talk about all men. Okay, let's start with all men. The reason why a lot of men in the 2024 election, men in general, then I'll get to black men. The reason why a lot of black men start thinking more about the right, not because they are Republicans, no. But the reason why a lot of men in general start thinking that way is because the Democrat Party has been a haven of disrespect. You have been a haven of disrespect for the traditional man. You have been a haven of disrespect for men who are married to women. You have been a haven of disrespect to fathers who do not want to see their daughters competing with biological males with a wig and some nails on, who could not compete with other men. So he goes and put on a wig and a dress and talk about his name is Stacy now. And then now he can go compete and beat all the girls. A lot of fathers didn't like seeing that. Grandfathers, uncles, cousins, just men in general didn't like seeing that. You sat up here and definitely said black men, straight black men, were the white people of the black community. Demonized straight black men, demonize alpha black men. As long as the black men were LGBT, as long as the black men, if they were not LGBT, they were feminine and they were borderline, you were supportive of that. Any black man who stood up for himself, any black man that got bass in his voice, any black man that's gonna get you told and be a leader, you hated those black men, definitely hated those black men. And your party in particular, Democrats, have created a wedge. Thank God that wedge did not work like you thought it was gonna work, because I see more brothers and sisters getting along and working together more so now than ever. But you tried to create a wedge in our community. Now you may say, Phil, how did the Democrats try to create a wedge in the black community? In these Democrat cities, they purposely elevated, and this was on purpose, purposely elevated a lot of sisters to certain positions. And they elevated these sisters to certain positions, and at the same time, you were importing men from the third world. I'm going to just keep it 100 today. You was importing men from the third world and allowing them to get jobs that traditionally black men were getting to provide for their families. Good paying jobs. And I'm not talking about your white collar. No. We talking about the traditional jobs that black men work in. A lot of black men was working with construction. Okay, let me ask a question. Yvette, why do you need to contact me, Yvette? Is there any reason? You can just say it in the chat and maybe Kellen or somebody respond to you. So they elevated a lot of sisters to these positions. Black men was not elevated with them together, right? On top of that, the Democrats made sure to give all this public assistance to create more of a wedge. So when you heard a lot of those arguments over the years online and different things, I don't need a man and X, Y, Z, well, let's really think about where that comes from. The Democrat Party pushed all these social programs where technically they really didn't need a man. If you think about it, the government was going to pay for the house. The government was going to pay for the food. The government was going to pay for the medical. You know, I mean, the government was paying for it all. Really, why would you need a man if you're really sitting in that assistance, right? Then the men in the community is being sabotaged where they can't get jobs. So they bring men in from the third world to come get all these construction jobs, which I remember this. If black men did a bid, they can get out today, right now. Tomorrow morning, they can go show up at a construction site and get a job that day, a good paying job, working 12 hours shifts. Because, you know, a lot of times they say, okay, you out on probation, you need to have a job. They didn't care about your record or nothing. I remember that. I don't even remember the companies that you can go with back in the day in Port Arthur. If you didn't have a job, you can go work construction. There was always a construction job. And black men was cut out of all these good construction jobs. A lot of skilled trades was cut out. And black men didn't have any of this. So, and a lot of this happened in Democrat-ran cities. So they would elevate the women in certain ways, and the men could never catch up, and then it caused an issue because it was unnatural. That kind of gap was unnatural. I'm not saying it happened to all black men, but I'm talking about the Democrats was a part of that. So the Democrats was always trying to promote a division in the black community between the men and the women. They would say the women is the backbone of the party, and they were really promoting this division, a sinister division with black people. They didn't do that to no other community. They didn't elevate the white woman over the white man. They didn't do that. They didn't do that with Hispanics. They didn't do that with no other group, just ours. Okay? Then they got so settled. They had people like Tiffany Cross telling black men just to, shut up and listen to the women. That's how bad it got. Remember, this is the Democrat Party. With men in general, no matter what it is, men is going to put up with so much disrespect for a time. With men, your respect is everything. This is why men will hurt you or take your life and even do bids behind their respect. Because if somebody can just straight disrespect you and realize they snatched your manhood, that's something that they can't get back. So when men is seeing constant disrespect in general, black men have been heavily disrespected. What do you think was going to happen? Men are eventually going to react and retaliate based off of the immense disrespect. Okay? And I'm just keeping that all the way 100 with you. When you say all these men start shifting to the right, that they didn't, it's not because they liked the party. It's because they were sick of the disrespect. Putting a abortion thing at Planned Parenthood at the freaking DNC was disrespectful. And you Democrats did not care. They told you don't bring Cardi B up there to speak about no politics. You don't care. You do it anyway. You elevated even the most degenerate people, entertainers and all, Megan Thee Stallion and all this stuff it's supposed to be at a political rally? Really? And people looked at this, especially men, and say, man, oh, hell no. I am so sick and tired, because that's call it what it is. It's the Democrat Party have promoted the most ungodly, immoral things ever. Street walking, blade culture is the norm, and Democrats brought it to the forefront. I got a whole video of a woman who works in the strip club talking about that. I'm gonna talk about that on my other channel. She was questioning why y'all trying to dress like them. Say they don't even dress like that on their private time. They don't dress like that when they in that club somewhere. The Democrat Party has brought in, anytime a man say, hey, let's not dress like this. Come on now, let's dress with respect. You don't tell women what to do. You don't say this. And like, you have naked out here. But this Democrat Party says you don't have to respect men. Disrespect them. They can't tell you nothing. But then they look over here on this side and they say, oh, they're not for that mess. Oh, they for like trying to get this in line. You know what? Maybe I need to go holler at them because I'm sick of this society. I'm sick of it. I hate it here because it's so disrespectful. It's so out of line. It's so immoral. And what get on my nerves as a father, would get on my nerves as a grandfather, as a brother, husband, would get on my nerves is that when you go to other societies where that's not allowed, and you be like, wow, this is almost like paradise. Prime example. When we went to Ethiopia, and anybody that's in the chat that went to Ethiopia with us, you can attest to this. Did you see anybody out there dressed like they dress here? Did you see anybody? Did you smell any kind of drug? Did you see people full of all kind of crazy piercings and tattoos? Did you see any craziness going on? Because I didn't. It was just people being normal, like it really used to be here too. And the Democrat Party has ushered in the most immoral things that's so ungodly. And every time men try to say something about it, men are attacked, men are called. Think about it. The Democrats is the one that always say the term misogynist, calling us men predators. Men are afraid to even give a woman a compliment now because they don't want to be accused of being a predator. Women are now complaining that men want to approach them because why? Because they don't want to be viewed as predators or stalking or whatever, because the Democrat in their disrespect of men have even destroyed the courting process where men are afraid to go even say something to a woman they're interested in. And so it's so bad that women, you better get used to it. You better go speak to that man. I know some of you sisters, I never speak to him, and you're not going to have nobody either. You're not, because they ruined it. Most men who's single, they got to protect themselves. They don't want no charges and they don't want to lose their job. Why do you need to listen? You wasted money. Once again, I think you Democrats are money laundering at this point. It doesn't take no $20 million to figure that out. Y'all money laundering. Like, explain to me why it's taking $20 million. $20 million? It don't take $20 million to do that. Y'all money laundering. All that billion with Kamala Harris. All the people that was getting money off of that, man, y'all money laundering. Hey, Trump. Hey, Trump, you see this video? Or somebody know Trump. Investigate them Democrats. Find out where all this money coming from. They got a lot of money to be spending, Trump. Investigate them. I promise you, send the Doge after them. I promise you'll start finding out where all that money coming from. Because that's a lot of money to be popping. I mean, you spent $1 billion, you lost $1 billion with Kamala Harris. And you got a whole $20 million to say, well, we're going to just try to find out how we can get men back. No, y'all money laundering. Oh, shout out to Cynthia. Yeah. Shout out to Sister Cynthia. Good to meet you, Cynthia, last week or so. But men are tired. And guess what? Black women have become tired too. A lot of black women have said the same thing, that y'all are so immoral. Y'all, they see what the division y'all try to put in the black community. See, there's some sisters you may can catch like that. But the majority of sisters not gonna play with that, because the majority of sisters say, wait a minute, nah. All that decentering men stuff y'all talking about and having this hatred for men and up here celebrating divorcing your husband and all this other stuff y'all talking about. That I'm not on that. Y'all crazy. It's because ain't nobody gonna have my back like a brother. And a lot of brothers have realized, too, that propaganda about other groups and all with the women, even Becky and them, a lot of brothers like, nah, I'm cool on that, bro. You know, you have way more brothers that saying, I don't want no white woman. I'm cool on that. A lot of brothers are saying that now. More so than I ever heard. They say, I'm cool on that. And then, of course, they get mad. Why y'all saying that? Now, speaking of that... Oh boy! I wish I could show y'all the video. That is this white lady that kind of went viral on TikTok, and people was kind of checking her on some things. Say, oh well, I got my boyfriend's black, and people don't like this and people don't like that. Then I said, let me go through her page and see, because she said she showed her boyfriend. So I said, let me see who the boyfriend is. I saw the boyfriend. It was 2 seconds. I said, okay. I heard the Caribbean accent, and then she was sitting up here telling him about, yeah, they tell me I shouldn't be dating you because you're gonna end up being in jail, and I better, basically they like the FBA's like warning this brother, like, hey, watch it with that one. They say if it goes bad, she gonna do this to you, do that to you, or they're stupid and they don't know what they talk about. They sound more racist than even. Or when he said they sound more racist, I said, oh, okay. That's why she's saying what she's saying. I said, because ain't no self-respecting black man would sit up there and let that go on. So yeah. Listen, I'm sorry. We listen. I support all the diaspora as long as they support us. But some of these people in the diaspora are so off code. And that dude, he ain't black. He's Bahamian. Actually, he's Bahamian. He Bahamian. He ain't black. It's a difference. I don't like people claiming black if you're not, stick to your culture. But it's just a disrespect. And I don't think, and I tell black men this, black men don't ever put up a disrespect from nobody. I'm not saying go start fights with people. I'm not saying, just acting like you just so big and bad. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying don't put up no disrespect from no men, women, white folk, anybody. It don't matter who they are. Don't put up a disrespect. Because all you have is your respect. And if anybody gonna disrespect you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I seen this one video. It was so cold. I said, that's how you handle it. This one brother was like talking with this woman, this other sister, and she was talking about, well, I got 5 other dudes that I'm talking to now. He said, oh, really? Oh, okay. And so he's kind of running down the situation with the dudes and say, you know what? You probably need to keep talking to him. You say, because you compare me to some other man, I'm cool. You ain't gonna disrespect me. I'm good. So you just have a good day. And she got, no, I was just playing. No. He was quick to move around. I said, because like you don't put up with disrespect from nobody, right? But the Democrat Party has just trying to impress upon everybody that you can just disrespect black men. It don't matter who they are. I think it's disrespectful when you have women of other groups showing up in black men's face. They look like booger wolves, and they think a black man want them. If your white man didn't want you looking like a booger wolf, why would a black man want you? But now, let me say this a balance. The only kind of black man they would want you as a booger wolf is a broke black man. Show me the black man that got money and got a booger wolf. He don't have that. So that's the only kind of black man you can get. A man that don't got nothing going on. But even if you a man that don't have nothing going on, I think you should feel disrespected that she can come to you like that. And y'all be sitting here building up confidence in the booger wolves. Yeah, I need black men to stop doing that crap. Then they'll get on the internet talking cash-ish, boy, about black women. Yeah, y'all ain't got a man, but I do. And I'm like, well, who's this man you got? And then he broke as a joke. She paying for everything. But she talking crazy to black women online. Brother, stop doing that. Because they don't respect you, man. When white men throw them to the curb, they're like, don't you come over here. That's why white men laugh at some of you. You don't know they laughing at some of you? You walk around here like you got a prize, and white men looking at you like, do he really see who he walking around with? Like if you go, I don't advocate it, but if you gonna get one they gonna get mad about. They gonna be pissed off about. Don't get the ones they gonna laugh at you about. Like, have some self-respect, brothers. And I know a lot of you have low self-esteem. I get it, because this society has beat up on black men, and it's very easy to have low self-esteem, brothers. There's no respect, especially some of you that grew up in single-parent households, because it takes your father and men to teach you the respect that you need to have and the respect you need to command, okay, as a man. And if you don't have a father around or some sort of men around to teach that, then that's what it is. Yeah. Shout out to your dad down there. I'm gonna read what you're saying about your dad. It's like some people in our community are out of pocket. But what I'm loving about this situation with the Trump thing, and Trump and them trying to snatch all that government assistance, he's trying to snatch everything. That right there. If they pull off the big, beautiful bill and snatch all that assistance away, it's going to be across the board. See, what Trump and them trying to do is set everything. Because, see, the white men, they really own that way more than black men are. They say, you know what? We got to set this country back in order, man. Hold on. They done got way too out of pocket. They doing too much. So they trying to snatch all the assistance. They trying to snatch everything. They trying to snatch it all. Well, basically they gonna put in. They want to say this: you gonna have to go back to working with a man again. I ain't working with no man. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I'll just, they're gonna make the divorce laws harder, and they're not gonna incentivize you to divorce, because right now you're incentivized to divorce. I can see the Republicans coming for no-fault divorce, which they should actually. Not to say you should prevent somebody from divorcing somebody, but what I think is, if you just want to divorce somebody just for whatever the reason, then you just leave. Go ahead and just do what you're gonna do. But you can't take a half a person's retirement that they work for. You can't take half of everything from them just because you want to leave. The way the laws is right now, any person, it can be male or female, can have an extramarital affair, file for divorce, and still take half, and the other person is being victimized. So they say they got victimized with that, and you're taking half of everything they work for. That should never happen. That's why a lot of men don't want to get married either. Like you got to think about it. Men can't even the more money men make, the more they're like, nah, I'm cool with a girlfriend. I stay with a girlfriend. I ain't marrying you. Not because I don't want to, but because it's too much of a risk. Because the way the laws are. So really the Republicans, they need to, which I think I've been hearing talk about it, they need to go ahead on and revisit that. Yeah, Rodney, Trump. Well, Trump ain't making it uncomfortable for, I don't know. He ain't making it uncomfortable for black people. Now, if you're that kind of black person that don't have no get up and go in life and you want to lay up on the system, it's going to be uncomfortable for you, and it should be. Matter of fact, if Trump, because I've been hearing women online constantly saying, my food stamps, I ain't got them yet. Oh, I've heard one of them say, I normally get $1,000. All they gave me was $200. What I'm going to do? Get your behind up and go to work, sis. The sisters before you didn't get no food stamps. No, listen, we've been wanting them food stamps cut off. I know, because I know that the government assistance is a crutch, and it's a hook in you to prevent you from being great. And one thing I know about black people is that we are great. We are great when we don't have government assistance and all that BS. We are great people. Okay? I know our people. I think the worst thing we ever got was government assistance. And they did that mess right after the civil rights movement. Because from the civil rights movement all the way back to slavery, we didn't have nothing. We didn't ask for any of that mess, if you look at our history. And we did just fine. How is it we had the average age of black woman was married was 19 years old. There were more black women married than white women in this country for a very long time. Our black families wasn't perfect. Of course they wasn't perfect. You know, then you had these people getting online talking about, well, yeah, the women was forced to stay and this and that and this and that, this and that. You act like every single brother out here was beating a woman, cheating on a woman. I've never seen my grandfather put hands on my grandmother. Never. And I was always around them. My grandmother, I even asked my grandmother told me, your grandfather's never put his hands on me. Yeah, he said, yeah, we have our arguments here and there, but he's never did that. My grandmother had told me I never had to worry about your grandfather having another family across town. So, and I've seen other black men who were married to their wives, who wasn't out here cheating, who wasn't beating women. So that's not every black man in the past that was cheating every freaking weekend, got side kids, and that's not some. But there's plenty of brothers out here who's very dedicated to their family, worked hard for their family. So I'm not gonna sit up here and let y'all demonize our brothers in the past. Like everybody did that. Everybody beat down the women. Everybody did. No, everybody didn't do that. That's a lie. Y'all are trying to rewrite some revisionist history. We've never been no violent people like that. And let me tell you something else. If a woman was getting beat, the only way it was happening because she didn't say nothing, because back in that time period, he did what to you? The whole family go about to come see him in that time period. The whole family about to handle that. Oh, he lucky he'll keep his life. In some instances, he may lose his life for putting his hand on another a woman's family. The woman's family didn't play that back then. They were so strict with it in our community that if you got their daughter pregnant, you were marrying her. That's how tight FBA's was. You got her pregnant, the family would come and say, hey, hey, we need to talk. We need to talk. They'll talk to their family and say, hey, your son, they were dating or whatever, fine. He got my daughter pregnant. My daughter's not about to be out here with no baby and everybody looking at my daughter like she crazy out here and looking at us like she crazy. So they gonna have to get married. Since they want to lay down like married people, they gonna have to get married. And you know what the other family would say? Hey, you got her pregnant? That's your wife now. We got a wedding to set up. And the black FBA families will make them two get married. And a lot of them people stayed together 30 and 40 years too. Because the FBA families wasn't playing that about a bunch of baby mamas. Y'all better know y'all history in this country. All this baby mama stuff, it wouldn't have been going down back in the past. Oh, you got her pregnant? That's your wife now, bro. That's your wife. And you better stay with her. Or it's gonna be a problem. What you say, but what are we going, where we go in, I don't know what they do when there's no jobs, you say AI. You make yourself useful in a way that AI can't do everything. I can tell you that. It can't do everything. You're going to have to learn to adapt. Prime example. During the pandemic, this media space was flooded with people. Got flooded. You hear me? All these so-called celebrities that couldn't tour, couldn't do shows, couldn't do what they normally do because we on lockdown. Everybody picked up a microphone and everybody podcasting now. You know how flooded the market became? The market was so much better prior than the pandemic. But are you going to innovate? Are you going to do different things? What are you going to do? Are you going to cry about it? I'm just trying to tell black people, don't cry about AI. Learn it. Learn how to maneuver it. Learn how to work on it if you can. Learn how to use it to make money. Don't cry. It's going to take our job. Well, you need to become more useful. I don't like all that whining about technology. Technology is coming. You ain't gonna stop it. Either you get with the program or you get left behind. The people that get with it, they gonna do good. They gonna make money. And the people that don't want to get with it, you gonna be without a job. I'm gonna be honest with you. You gonna be without a job. AI is doing. I went to Taco Bell. AI is taking your order now. AI is doing that. I'm like, whoa, that's an AI. At the Taco Bell. AI took my order. That was the first time I ever seen that. AI can't cook the food. AI can't cook food. So, hey, become the best chef. Yeah, Buckhorst is right. There's trillions of dollars on the internet. Let me tell y'all something. The internet has helped me make a lot. So much so I could pay people in multiple countries and all that. The internet. If I was sitting here waiting for these people to give me an opportunity, I wouldn't have got nothing. I love the internet. The internet's a beautiful place. AI, wonderful. And then what's the other thing they talking about? ASI haven't came on. Artificial super intelligence, that's the next thing. Like, y'all better get on that. Shoot, when it comes to promo videos and stuff like that, man, you can use AI for that. You ain't got to be. But anyway, let me wrap this up. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the show today. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button, share it with everybody. Take advantage of the promotion, ladies and gentlemen. Take advantage. Is only for the annual subscription on the app, only for the annual last sale of the year. for first time people that's new. So you can't just cancel and then try to get, the new promo. It's only for first time, right? So take advantage, last promotion of the year, and sign up for the Ghana trip, $199 down. Come see us in November. It'd be great to see a lot of you. Make sure you go straight to AfroWire AI. The video will be attached. LaSherica got a story at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You go over there, hit subscribe. And you can watch other content. Every day something going to be coming up on AfroWire AI. So thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.